Hey there, everyone. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're doing lesson number 235. God in His mercy wills that I be saved. So we are here on the Neshonoc Lake in West Salem, Wisconsin. Today we drove 10 hours yesterday, and this is less of a road trip and exploring the world and see what's what. We're actually on the way to Oregon, so we're just trying to get there. And it's a lot of me driving my vehicle, my boyfriend driving his vehicle, and we pulled in here at 10 o'clock last night, and was definitely feeling pretty tired and pretty stressed, and couldn't back the trailer up into our back-end spot, which is right at the top of these steps. So this is our backyard view, but I definitely didn't have the grace to appreciate that last night. So got a little frustrated, and so I'm super glad to start the morning with the lessons and the 40 days and 40 nights. I did do a 40 days and 40 nights lesson after we arrived here last night, but I'd appreciate some high vibes and good energy to help me with my temper, and just in general, any kind of journey prayers or something that you can send would be awesome. So here we go. The other thing I wanted to mention is the boat that's down there. You can't really read it clearly, but it's called 50 Shades. So I thought that was kind of cute. Okay, lesson 235. God in His mercy wills that I be saved. I need but look upon all things that seem to hurt me, and with perfect certainty assure myself, God wills that I be saved from this, and merely watch them disappear. So maybe this is for me. I need but keep in mind my Father's will for me is only happiness, to find that only happiness has come to me. And I need but remember that God's love surrounds His Son and keeps His sinlessness forever perfect, to be sure that I am saved and safe forever in His arms. I am the Son He loves, and I am saved because God in His mercy wills it so. Father, your holiness is mine. Your love created me and made my sinlessness forever part of you. I have no guilt nor sin in me, for there is none in you. Father, your holiness is mine. Your love created me and made my sinlessness forever part of you. I have no guilt nor sin in me, for there is none in you. I'm trying to let it in. That's why I read it twice. All right, let's see what a year of forgiveness has to say about lesson 235. God in His mercy wills that I be saved. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. Guilt and sin are not true in God's world. They are true in the ego's world, and guilt is one of the ways that separation is maintained. Thus, it is important for you to look at your relationship with guilt today. Okay. Who do you accuse of being guilty? Okay, here we go. This is exactly for me. Who do you accuse yourself of being guilty of? Or what do you accuse yourself of being guilty of? When you accuse somebody or yourself of being guilty, you are saying, tacitly, not necessarily explicitly, something happened that should not have happened. Now, if you think about this logically, you are arguing with reality, and you are arguing with God giving you free will. When you make yourself or someone else guilty, you are attacking God. This is not something that you think about when you judge and make someone else guilty or yourself guilty. You think that you know what's right. Oh God. And the fish are jumping. And you think that the thing shouldn't have happened, but you do not know enough to know that. You are being arrogant and playing God when you make yourself or someone else guilty. Needed to hear this. Think about this. If God has given you all free will to do and make and experience whatever you want, then everything is a valid experience. Even those things that a culture or a family or a teaching may say are not good. They have already happened, so God allowed them to happen. If it was not the devil who allowed that to happen, God allowed that to happen, to be the death of a child, an injury, or a political coup. It doesn't matter. It happened and therefore was meant to be. And you arguing with it merely wears you out. Amen. God has allowed it to happen. Now God's moved on. New creations are happening today. We suggest that you move on too. Work on the creations you want to happen today so that you are not wasting your energy anymore. This is how the mind is fractured. There are thousands and thousands of judgments and sins that are considered things that should never have happened. It would have been better if this had happened, or you had done that. But this is not what happened. So you are arguing with reality and literally wasting your time, wasting your energy. And boy, that's what happened to me last night, for sure. Come into the eternal now. Focus on what you like or love to experience and keep your mind there. Forgetting about the past, letting it go truly and absolutely, because when you ruminate on or lament the past, you are wasting your time. God is on to new creations, new ideas, and new things that have nothing to do with the past. So do not do that. That is why these things cause you suffering. You are made in the image of God, and you are endlessly creative. You are designed to live in the eternal now, this holy instant where everything is made and created. Make sure you are not wasting your time by living in the past. When you contaminate the present moment, we've told you this many times, with the past, you guarantee that the future will look like the past. And most of you are ruminating on past negative things that you do not want and you've never been taught that is what remembering negative things does. So I'm going to read that again because for me, just in this little situation here with last night, being mad at myself for not being able to back up the RV and then having a temper with my boyfriend for not helping me, there are definitely things below the surface that I am ruminating on. So my upset was like exponentially more than it could have been had I not been holding on to my little short list of past things that I'm pissed off about. And in the moment, I didn't stop at all. I was just exhausted. And, so, man, it's like this lesson that I get the morning after is really helping me. And I do feel guilty about it, so. All right, let's read that one more time. Make sure you're not wasting your time by living in the past. When you contaminate the present moment, we've told you this many times. When you contaminate the present moment with the past, you guarantee that the future will look like the past. And most of you who are ruminating on past negative things do not want that. And you've never been taught that is what remembering negative things does. It contaminates the eternal now, where anything can happen, and you are guaranteeing that the future will look the same as the past. Be radical in your forgiveness. Be absolutely willing to do it because you know that you will benefit by freeing up that energy and freeing up that part of your mind to create something new. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Yep, and I just love these pictures so much. There's just held in the arms of God with your little furry creature being. So, yeah, God in his mercy wills that I be saved. Well, thank goodness, because my ego sure as hell does not. All right, so we're going to be getting out of here pretty quickly this morning and heading into South Dakota. we have 2 stops in South Dakota. Today's drive is not as long. It's only going to be about 6 hours or so. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, being here with me on this awesome journey, and living these lessons with me, even like this morning after effect that I'm having right now. It's good to learn. It's good to be able to reflect on my ego's thought system and how easily I get yanked into that. And of course it's a choice. I'm allowing it to happen. But to start to think of things like, well, maybe I don't need to be pissed off about something that just happened because God allowed it to happen. And, you know, fighting with it or fighting with the person who I'm accusing, you know, whatever, is a waste of time. It is misusing my free will. And I don't need to do that. So, lesson learned. I'm sitting in the front of the class today, and I hope you are too. Take good care, and I'll see you tomorrow.